Hello gentlemen and welcome back to F1 2020 here for my team career mode season 3, the Russian Grand Prix. I believe this is round 11. So we're getting to the back end of the season now. Things are really heating up between myself and Ricardo. I believe the gap in the championship is around 20 points. We won the previous race in Singapore quite convincingly. So we've managed to gain some points over Daniel in that race, which he finished quite poorly, and I believe he came 5th in that race and made a poor strategy decision. But we're moving on to Russia now, which is, as you can see by the pace, we're struggling to beat the Mercedes there in Q2, and Daniel is nearly 2 seconds a lap faster. So, I mean, going into practice when I was doing it, I knew that, I wasn't going to be strong around here. I'm not strong at this track at all. It's god awful on this game. And Daniel is just insanely quick at every single track. It more depends on which tracks I'm stronger at. But anyway, we move to the end of Q3 now, and we're setting our final run. Daniel's done a 125.1, which we're nowhere close to beating. So we just want to improve a little bit, which it looks like we're going to do. Everyone has finished, so we've secured second, but we might as well just use up this set of tyres, and we come across the line and we do a 26.2. So yeah, we're 1.1 seconds off of Daniel this race. So I'm resigning myself now to having to beat the Mercedes, which it looks like we should be able to do. We're 0.6 faster than them, and our race pace is always better than the qualifying pace. But I don't think even that is going to save us some laser points to Daniel. So likelihood is Daniel will gain 8 points on us this race, unless we're able to pit twice and get the fastest lap at the end of the race. But we'll see. Let's move into the Russian Grand Prix.
Welcome along then to Sochi and the Russian Grand Prix, one of 8 cities in the world to play host to both the Olympics and a Formula One race. It's a Grand Prix that's proven difficult to crack for anyone beyond the first 2 rows of the grid in recent years, so let's see if that can change today. Situated just 3 miles from the Georgian border, the 3.6-mile Sochi Autodrome has 2 notable overtaking opportunities into turn 1 and then turn 13. 18 corners in total here, 12 to the right and 6 to the left, and it's an average lap speed of around 130 miles per hour. Joining us today to oversee all the thrills and spills, it's Anthony Davidson. And great to see you. How are the circuit conditions from what you've seen?
Well, it's looking a bit cold out there, if I'm honest. These tyres have quite a narrow operating window in terms of the temperatures they need to extract the best grip. So with a cold track surface, it's going to be harder to keep those temperatures up, which will lead to lower grip and maybe more mistakes.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Daniel Ricciardo has a clear view ahead from pole position, and Red completes the front row. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Bottas, Hamilton, Nobuharu, Matsushita, and Albon, Fiat, Verstappen, Norris, and Jack Aitken, Leclerc, Ocon, Pierre Gasly, and Stroll, Sainz, Russell, Kevin Magnussen, and Antonio Giovinazzi, De Vries, Grosjean, Latifi, and Sergio Perez completes our grid. Now, it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track.
So get ready for the start of the race here. We're going to be underfueling the car by just over a lap, and we're just going to be doing the simple one stop. As this track is very linear and boring, anyway, let's just get this video over and done with. We've got 5 red lights, and it's lights out and away we go. We get an amazing start compared to Ricardo. We're going to go up the inside through the first. It's not really a turn, this, it's just a slight kink in the road. Unfortunately, the long run down to turn 1 means Daniel's able to use his superior straight line speed to get to the outside. We're going to leave him some space on the inside, as we don't really want to cut across him, as the AI like to sort of stick their noses where they don't belong. And I don't even know what that speed was. It's just, I go on about this constantly, the lack of intelligence for AI, although the reason I didn't turn in there. It's not really a lack of intelligence, let's say. It's more of a case of, if I'd have turned in to block Daniel, he wouldn't have backed out of it. But the thing that annoys me most about this game for some reason is that the AI are extremely quick in the corners and on the straights. Like, Daniel's very quick down that main straight, which should mean that his speed through turn 3, that long left-hander, should be a little bit less than what mine is, but apparently not. It looks like he was running 1-1 wings and 11-11 wings. It's just pretty stupid. But anyway, we unfortunately lost position to Bottas at the same time, so we're hopefully going to claw that position back as we have a massive snap of oversteer through that left-hander. It's an atrocious corner, is that left-hander. I struggle with that every single time I go through there, no matter what setup or what car I'm driving. And yeah, anyway, we're going to go this side of Valtteri here. Pretty simple move, as we do have the superior car and top end speed to him, and yeah, that's literally going to be the penultimate overtake I make this race, as nothing happens. We were faster than Bottas as we come to that 13 here. We're faster than Bottas, we were slower than Ricciardo, and we're going to be putting on the mediums now, running to the end. I might stop again depending on what gap we have to Valtteri. I don't think it would the gap would matter too much, as we'll come out about 15 seconds ahead of Bottas, maybe, or maybe about 10 seconds ahead of Bottas, I think. Obviously, tyres do make a difference to a degree, but it's Russia. It's probably one of the lowest tyre deg circuits on the entire calendar. But if we have the opportunity, we will pit for softs and try and at least get a faster lap so we don't lose as many points to Ricciardo. And go through turn 1. As you can see, we're about 13 seconds ahead of Valtteri. And as we come into the pits on lap 20, because nothing happened, we're 15 seconds behind Ricciardo. We've got a gap of about 18 seconds to Valtteri now, as we entered the pits we did. And we're going to put on a set of the soft tyres. I wasn't really pulling on Valtteri all too much around the last third of this race, so I decided to pit now, leave myself 7 laps at the end of the race to get past him on the softs, so we're going to hopefully do that. We're also going to go for fastest lap, which we should be able to get given we are on soft tyres, but then again, you know, the AI just seemed to be stupidly strong, or Ricciardo just seems to be stupidly strong around here, as we managed to get out in front of Albon actually, so that could have been close, losing 2 positions there, but hopefully we should get Valtteri pretty quickly. Is the end of lap 22, so 2 laps on these soft tyres, we've already over halved the gap between myself and Bottas, and we managed to set a 1:29.0. So provisionally we have the fastest lap of the race, and I'm hoping that Ricciardo won't be able to improve, because you know he'll be on 12 lap old mediums at this point. I was on 2 lap old softs. Anyway, we're coming to do our final overtake of the race, and it's going to be pretty much a carbon copy of what we did to Valtteri on lap 3. Going to go to the inside. I've turned ERS off here. Actually going to go to the outside to see it covers the inside, but gives us the more flowing run. I decided to save ERS mainly to burn in other places in the lap, but yeah, that was the race. And yeah, we come on to lap 27. Somehow Daniels, we decide to have a massive snap of oversteer and then get a warning for exceeding track limits, because we definitely gained time through there, didn't we, Codemasters? Yes, your game is shit in every possible sense of the word. Yeah, I don't know what to say about this race. I'm just going to accept that we've lost 8 points to Dan in the championship and move on to the next one, which is the Japanese Grand Prix. So there's the results. We had a 41-second lead to Valtteri. Oh no, we had a 2-second lead to Valtteri at the end with the pit stops, but Daniel had 40 seconds to us both. So yeah, I mean it's very demoralising when your teammate running identical cars and is probably around the same pace as you, is lapping, 1.5 seconds a lap faster than you. I mean, look at his time. I think he did like a 28 on really old mediums, which is just bull, really. But whatever. I guess it annoys me that the AI are insanely inconsistent with how much pace that they actually have in hand. But luckily, with 4 races remaining now, we have a 20-point lead, so Daniel definitely still has a chance of winning the title. We need to beat him in at least one race, and luckily Mexico's coming up. We obviously have Mexico and Abu Dhabi, the 2 strongest tracks left for me in the calendar, so half of the tracks remaining are my strongest ones, so hopefully we can win those, and then the 20-point buffer we have should hopefully save us when it comes to the actual championship fight. Getting in a bunch of money, saving all of that up to potentially keep Ricardo on for season 4. I don't know whether I'll keep him. I mean, I've enjoyed the challenge a lot, but we'll have to see when we do the inter-season video. Now we're just focusing on renewing some sponsors, doing all the housekeeping stuff we like to do, and we're going to pick some decent sponsors here. Ones that are easily capable of getting, especially the one where we've got to get maximum points in a race weekend. That's pretty simple. And now we're just going to add it to our car livery. So with one more race left before Mexico, with Japan, I'm very tentative because Russia I'm not quick at, but at least the car is quick there, and that's sort of the saving grace, as the car is the track is very car dependent, I'd say. Now, whilst Japan has a very car dependent track, I'm a lot worse at Japan than what I am at Russia. So I feel that when we get to next episode, we could be losing a lot more than 8 points to Daniel in the championship. So things are definitely hotting up. I mean, if I get on the podium, but yeah, I guess we'll come to it in the next episode. I'm gonna sign off here. If you did enjoy this video, please leave a like, share, subscribe, and let me know. Do you reckon we'll be able to win the title? Because I'm not holding out hope here. It's going to be very tough. If we have one bad, if Japan is bad, then we are well and truly, just not in a good place. I don't really know any way to phrase it, really. It's not going to go well. But hopefully we can have a good race. So I'll catch you all for the Japanese Grand Prix, the 4th to last round, so round 13, I believe. 13? I think it's round 13. I've lost count at this point. Yeah, catch you all for round 13 very soon.